10% less for 100% peace of mind. SMS breakfast to 42710.
There you go. Thank you very much for that, Liesl. It's finance time. We're talking money. Hey, wait. No. Stay away. Thank you very, very much. Mr. Warren Wilkinson, you actually have some very interesting financial news for us, hey?
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a snippet of from info that is really good for us as South Africans. Our Johannesburg Stock Exchange was voted the best securities exchange in the world in a World Competitiveness Survey, which is pretty good for us as a new forum member of the BRICS countries. And yeah, it really just encourages foreign investors to come on, bring more money and invest in our stock exchange.
That is very good. So it's part of that IMD yearbook rating, right, that we were talking about the other day?
Well, it's just a competitiveness survey. So I think it could be linked.
Great stuff.
It could be linked.
So in our finance talk, we're talking today about home content insurance, and you know, when it comes to that, home content, or your home rather, is one of those things that most people invest the most times in, especially in collecting your valuable contents that are there. And it's with that in mind that Woolworths Financial Services has brought you insurance that focuses on the practical key thereof, because that is obviously what's most important. And in order, at the end of the day, to make sure that you are covered for much more than just your possessions. Now, let's talk about that. I mean, people, you have your house, you've invested a lot of money in building it, and that which goes inside it, there's family heirlooms, there's artwork, there's, you know, priceless pieces. You know, how do you go about when it comes to insuring that? What happens when something happens to those things?
Again, you know, from a wealth protection perspective, you touched on the fact that people spend the first part of the 20 years of their life gathering things or building things up to a point where they've now got enough toys to then go on to further just invest beyond that. So I think to protect those assets is crucial. Obviously, we understand that you can't insure sentimental value.
Exactly, because I mean, it's more than just about money. It's about the time, 20 years plus that you've invested in.
But you know, the biggest problem that we see in practice is that people just don't make sure that the household contents that they have is insured for replacement value. You know, quite often most people go, well, it's a thumbsuck value of 100,000 or 200,000 Rand, which is the total value of their contents. But, you know, there's a lot of items that, you know, you may think, well, you bought that TV 3 years ago for 3,000 Rand. To actually replace it, maybe 10,000 Rand now.
If you want to have the same kind of quality TV right
Absolutely,
now. So now, I mean, for most people, when you do, let's say, insure your home contents, is it just within the four walls of your house, or your little home there?
They normally also include your outbuildings and things like washing on your washing line and your furniture, your outdoor furniture, etc. So the policy as a whole, in terms of contents, deals with not only your couch and your TV and your kitchen equipment, but also your furniture outdoors, and your domestic building or your outbuildings where you may have a guest bedroom, etc.
And so how regularly should one actually, because I mean, we were talking about the value of those things, how regularly should one kind of keep that up to date?
I think one of the biggest takeaway tips that our viewers should take away from today's insert bit of homework for the weekend is to actually go through their property and do an inventory list, room by room, to make sure that they've got all the items listed that they want covered under their contents, and that they've actually gone out to shop on the replacement value of those items. Because that is where the biggest problem and the heartache comes, when you've had a loss that you don't want the average clause that we touched on in a number of weeks prior to kick in and have people paid out less than what they should to put them back in the position they were in before the loss.
And tell me quickly, specifying. Specifying is always an important thing when it comes to insurance. So when you are insuring your home contents, let's say you have a big amount of a group of, which items should you specify?
Look, I think you know, specifying something in contents is difficult because it's not an all-risk item. But what you can do is, if you've got a set of shotguns that are an heirloom worth £25,000, then I think it's important to get a valuer's appraisal on those items and provide that along with your inventory list to your insurance company to say, there is an expensive item, please make sure that that is itemized and listed on the contents insurance.
Indeed. Sir, thank you very much once again.
Only a pleasure.
Valuable pearls of wisdom, which we'll be getting a lot more of. So please go into our Facebook page right now. If you have any financial questions that you would like to get answered by Mr. Warren Wilkinson, post them on our Facebook page and we will be answering them a bit later on. And also do check out woolworths.co.za for more of their fantastic products, especially insurance brought to you by Woolworths Financial Services.
For a free quote, SMS breakfast to 42710.